Hi, my name is Lizzy and I am visually impaired, also known as legally blind. I homeschool all 4 of my kids, and this video will be about how I adapt and make all our materials and curriculum accessible. My friend Shelby is also doing a very similar video on her experience as homeschooling her kids as a visually impaired mom. You can find a link to her channel right there, so go check her out. She's awesome. So my kids are ages 3, 4, 5, and 11. So I'm going to start with the little ones first and all their curriculum and how I adapt that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how I teach them to read. This is a flip book. It's spiral bound and it has very, very large font. So I am actually able to read this without any adaptions. So right here we have big A, little a, picture of an apple. And then big B, little b, ball. And it just keeps going on and on. And on. Oh, wait, that's not a letter. And so forth. So it goes all the way to Z. And again, these are big enough for me to read them. It's big enough for the kids to read them, and we love this book. As well as using the flip book, we also use these magnetic letters from Leapfrog. Now these letters are perfect in that they're big. They're very tactile. Look, you can feel every line of the T. You know that's a T. You pick this up. Oh, this is an A. You can feel that it's a capital A. So moving on, this is my little laptop. It's running Windows 10 and also a screen reader called JAWS for Windows. Now what JAWS does is it reads everything on the screen out loud, so I can hear it because I'm unable to read what's on the screen, so it speaks it out loud for me. So as you can see on my notepad, I have written "Hello YouTube." Now I can't read that, but I know it says that because I typed it. So if I want to know what's on here, I would do this. And it says "Hello to YouTube." And now you probably couldn't understand that because it's probably very, very fast. But I like my speech really, really fast because I've been using it since, you know, way back when I was little, many years. So I've gotten used to how fast it speaks. But people say it sounds like a little robot. So I use the basic Notepad program that comes with Windows. And in Notepad, I write down the words that we're currently learning to read because I am unable to read the small print books. So I type the words in here and I know exactly what words we're practicing. So for example, maybe we're practicing the word cat. Now normally I have headphones in here so he can't hear JAWS speaking, only I can hear it, but he can still see the screen. And he can sound it, you know, at cat. And I also plug this computer into the TV with an HDMI cable, and so he can, you know, not sit on top of me basically, and be able to, you know, sound out his words. So I try to buy as much of my curriculum as possible in PDF format. That allows me to be able to read the document on my computer, also allowing me to print it out so he can follow along as well. But sometimes my computer is unable to read certain PDFs. So I found a workaround, my trusty iPad, and it pretty much reads everything. Good old Apple. So if it doesn't work on my computer, I try my iPad. For example, I have a PDF open here on my computer. Now if I try to read it, it says alert empty page. Now you can see there's text there, but it's not reading it. It's alert empty page. No matter what page I go to, alert, empty page. So I do not know what is shown on that screen. So I come over to my iPad, and this is the same exact document loaded here, and
beautiful event level 7. 9. Use commas to separate all geographical places, including cities, states, and countries. We went to San Diego, California for our family vacation.
And it reads it perfectly. Okay, now for math. To teach them the numbers, we use these tactile magnetic numbers. So these are great because I can pick this up, I can trace over and say, I know this is a 5. And therefore I can teach them, this is the number 5. I can pick up this one, trace it, this is a number 3. So I can tell them, and this is a number 3. These magnetic numbers are also great for forming equations when they're ready to start adding and subtracting. For example, I can make 5 plus 3 equals 8. Now I do it this way because even though I can write numbers, it's much easier just to manipulate the tactile numbers. It's easier for them, it's easier for me. And these are some basic flashcards I bought off Amazon. They were already like this. I didn't do any adapting to them. So 0 plus 0 equals 0. And again, I can read these, and the kids can read them very easily. A few manipulatives we like to use are things like these counting bears. Now if you notice, these are all different colors. Now I am unable to see some of these colors, so I use something called a color identifier. Now what I can do is, we sort the blue bears into the blue cup, the green bears into the green cup, but if I don't know which one the green or the blue cup is, I put this color identifier on it. Intensive green, so I know this is green cup. This one.
Intensive blue.
Intensive blue, so I know this is the blue cup. And this color identifier also works on the bears.
Red, brown.
So that's a red bear because I know there's no brown bears in here.
Green.
A green bear. So green bear goes in green cup, and there you go. And then the manipulative we love to use are these unifix cubes. Well, these are perfect for teaching place values because I can stack them in groups of 10s or leave them as individual 1s, and we can learn like 21 is 2 groups of 10 and a 1. We have a few other ways of learning, like this interactive map. I'll turn this on.
Welcome, my friend. Are you ready to explore the United States?
So each state we push on, it's going to say the name of the state. Arkansas.
Louisiana. Texas.
So this is great for learning states. We'll go over the whole map, and then when I quiz him, where's Florida, and he pushes on
Delaware.
I will know that's not Florida because I cannot read this map. And so when it says the name of the state, I can tell him, nope, that's not right. Try again.
Florida.
And then, yep, that's Florida. You found it. And so we'll learn our whole United States this way. Another interactive toy we use is this interactive solar system. On this, it's similar to the map. You push on a planet.
This is the planet Jupiter. This is the planet Saturn.
And so it will tell you all the planets. And there's also a whole bunch of modes on there that will tell you different facts about all the planets. So it's really neat to learn about the solar system. I've recently discovered this app on Apple TV called Endless Learning Academy. And it's for grades pre-K through about 2nd. And why we use this is because it has excellent audio feedback. Because I can't read the screen on the TV. So I know like when they're playing it that they're doing it correctly because it basically says everything on the screen, everything that they're doing. The app has a wide selection of subjects such as reading, spelling, math, music, and Spanish. And so we started using that in our curriculum because the kids love it and they're learning and they don't even know they're learning, which is a big plus.
Todd, I get the hiccups. T. You, too. T, U, B, Todd.
For science and history for the little ones, we do just a bunch of different audiobooks on whatever topic they're interested in. We also do life learning, different experiments, just day-to-day curiosity kind of thing. We also watch a lot of shows and documentaries on Netflix and YouTube about just whatever they're curious about at that moment. And we're always learning, whether we're at home or at the store or at a restaurant, always learning. So now for the 11-year-old. She is a lot more independent in her work, which is great for me. It gives me more time for the little ones. She is currently using an online program called Acellus. It's $10 a month, can't beat that. And it has up to 6 classes. And she watches videos, takes quizzes, and it's self-grading. And what I love about it is the parental app on my iPhone is extremely easy to use. It is accessible. Everything reads with voiceover, and I can see exactly what she's doing and exactly where she needs help, so I can pull some additional materials. Which brings me to our other curriculum that she uses, which is called The Good and the Beautiful, and it's in PDF format, which, if you saw earlier, I can read on my computer and also print it out for her as well, so we can both follow along, read the same thing at the same time, and I can help her when she needs help. She watches a lot of documentaries on different topics that interest her, and she reads and reads and reads a lot of library books. So that's how I adapt all my homeschool curriculum for all my kids. To check out how my friend Shelby adapts all of her curriculum, check out her channel right there, and the link is also in the description. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share our channel with all your friends. Make sure you check out all our other videos on our channel, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye!